Chairperson, fellow delegates at the dais and present in this hall. I was supposed to speak on the universalization of the primary education in the state. So we were supposed to talk about the universalization of school education vis-a-vis the MDG, Millennium Development Goals that we were supposed to have, we were supposed to achieve by 2015. And if we see the 8 second goals out of the Millennium Development Goal, it says about the universalization of the primary education, in which all the children, boys and girls alike, have to be in a school, have to complete one cycle of elementary education by 2015. The MDG has put different indicators also for us. The indicators of net enrollment ratio, indicators of literacy, indicators that the proportion of how many children are admitted into class 1 and how many of them are going to class 8, that is the last class of the primary education. But if we see the scenario in our state or in our country, we see that there are many challenges as far as the universalization of primary education in the country or in the states is concerned. In fact, the universalization of the primary education has been a constitutional commitment in our country. When we got independence, we set this goal for 10 years, that in 10 years' time, up to 1960, we'll be sending all our students, all our children up to 14 years of age to these schools. After that even, we had different programs were instituted to send these children to school, to provide the elementary education to these schools. But situation even now says that we have not achieved our target in toto. What are the challenges? And when I'm presenting these few slides, this is purely on my experience working in my state. Out of school children, there is still many out of school children. 8 million, as an assessment, as an estimate, 8 million children are still out of school in our country. And we have to see, this is a big challenge for us when the right to education now says that each and every child from 6 to 14 years of age has to be in school. This is the biggest challenge for us, that how these out of 80 lakhs, 8 millions of out of school children have to be put in these schools. Dropout rate. Even if we put these children in schools, we have different campaigns under the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, otherwise also. So when the session starts, we run these campaigns. Most of the children are in the school, but if you see the real situation after 4 or 5 months, many of them are again out of schools. So this dropout rate is still an issue, is still very heavy for us. The scale on which we have to work, the number of children that we have to deal, the number of schools that we have to deal is huge. It's huge. And it cannot be, we cannot meet this goal of universalization of primary education or school education until and unless we have the full support, full commitment, full proactive role of the community for sending their children to the schools. Till now, it has not been like that. Community has been indifferent. Maybe there may be different factors, but community has not been able to come in the way it should have in sending these children to school. Largely zealous teachers. This is, not an unknown fact, it's known to everybody. My biggest challenge is that even if I have these teachers in these schools, my biggest challenge is how to make them teach the students in the right way. Inertia in the administrative machinery also is a big challenge for us. How to regulate the programs that we are having, how to implement these programs that we are having for sending all these children to school. This is the biggest challenge. High female literacy, that directly impacts the number of children to be sent from the family to the school. Language issue. If you see the state of Jharkhand, which is a tribal state, for 24 districts, they speak in about 15 languages. And when they come to schools, they have just one language to be taught in. This is an issue. And they find the things very, very complicated, very, very tough for them. And that force them to leave the school at a very early stage. The socio-economic conditions and access is again a very big challenge. Access, particularly, we have addressed this issue as far as the primary education is concerned, but as far as the secondary school education is concerned, we have a lot of difference, and I hope that once this Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Mission is here, that will take care of the access in the secondary school education. Now, the second part is what are the strategies to achieve this MDG goal for the universalization of primary education in the country and in the state. Very honestly, we have to identify the real quantum of task. If you see the many states, we say that all of our students and all of our children from 6 to 14 are in these schools. We don't identify the problem. We say that all our students are there in the school, and so there is nothing wrong. But if you see in reality, there are lot many children are still out of school. And if we are not identifying this problem, we are not working. We are working on two fronts. First, the children which are supposed to be in schools, they are not in school, and we are still utilizing their entitlements. And second, these children which are not in the school, and we are thinking that they are in school, and we are closing our eyes on the children which are out of schools, to which we have to address in a very focused way. Shift in approach. If you see the different programs of universalization of education since our independence, each and every program is saying enrollment. So we have to shift our approach from enrollment to retention. We have to see that whichever children are enrolled to our schools, they are retained in the school, they stay in the school, they have their attendance in the school, and they complete their primary education, they complete their school education. So we have to change our school approach from enrollment to retention. Community mobilization is another. I said that if we cannot take into account the role that community has to play. Now, if we say about the primary education, in all these schools we have the school management committee. And RT, right to education, give them a responsibility to see the functionality of these schools, to see how the school is functioning, to see that a structured plan is made for the school, to see that this plan is executed, to see that all the money which is being provided to the school is rightly utilized. We have to build the capacity of the community in a big way. We have to take them along so that their children are sent to the schools and they become a part and parcel of the implementation of the universalization of primary education. School preparedness, I said that the dropout is one of the biggest challenges